What's your opinion of Dak before I let you go, Tim? I mean, you've seen Cowboy quarterbacks come and go, and you know having the star on the side of your helmet to be the quarterback in the National Football League takes a special individual. What's your 2 cents on him?
He's reached the point where his career is now oddly not that different from Tony Romo's. In terms of one was a free agent completely, one was a late 4th-round pick. Both play better most of the time. Both are top 10 quarterbacks most of the time, rarely top 5 or 6 or 7. And both have playoff failings that they can't get past. Although, I think Romo in the Green Bay and the Des Cottick game was closer to getting the job done than Dak has come in any of the playoff games so far. So the playoff thing is going to hang over him the way it hangs over Mike McCarthy. They're both, Mike McCarthy's here specifically for that. Jason Garrett could get him to a certain level, but 9.5 years of that was plenty. Dak will get another huge contract here, and half the fans will shake their heads at it, and half of them will say it's well-deserved. But at some point, you got to beat San Francisco, or you got to beat another West Coast offense team. You got to beat Green Bay. You got to beat somebody from that whole Shanahan tree that they can't beat in the playoffs. They've lost to McVay. They've lost to Shanahan twice. They've lost to LaFleur. They got to beat one of those guys, and maybe 2 of those guys, or Detroit, and get somewhere. Otherwise, his Dak's career won't be viewed really any differently from Romo's.
So then answer this question for me as I send you off onto your Tuesday, Tim. Is that you, if you think that Dak's going to get the contract, I think he's going to get the contract, yes. Then why not give him the contract before the Jaguars give $55 million a year to Trevor Lawrence? Why not do it before Tua gets whatever he might get from the Dolphins? Can you give me any sense of, having covered the Jones family for a quarter century, why this happens, Tim?
None. Absolutely none. Other than their stated objective, which they've done at different times with Zeke and earlier times with Dak, of they don't want to set the market. Well, so you let the market run over you constantly. And they've done it with CeeDee Lamb too. I mean, he's not going to take less than $35 million a year. Dak's certainly not going to take less than Trevor Lawrence is getting. And now they're doing it. It didn't really matter when they did that with Zeke, when he had the holdout in 2019, I guess that would be, because running back money is at a much, much lower level. So you overpay a running back, that doesn't really hurt you. Now you're getting to quarterback and wide receiver, and you're getting into it's going to cost you at least $85 million a year for these 2 players, and probably more than that in some seasons. And how do you exactly do that when you're trying to pay Parsons and some of the other players they have to play? I don't know. They weren't in this position of always being late to the trough, so to speak, that they have gotten into in the last 3 or 4 years. So I don't know if this is strictly a Steven thing. I don't think it would be. Jerry's pretty involved in all that. It's just something they've let happen, and they haven't been able to figure out. Also, because of the agents they're dealing with, they haven't been able to figure out a way around it.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.